Let's bring in a Niger Delta activist, Ann-kio Briggs, who joins us live from Port Harcourt for more on this development. You, alongside some other stakeholders, had visited the community in Bayelsa last year. And it was a story of pollution occasioned by oil spillage. Well, investigation has been carried out in that particular instance, and we're told that is as a result of sabotage. It means that under law, the company is not obligated to pay compensation. Just how complicated is this cleanup project with allegations of sabotage in the mix?
Good evening, and thank you for having me, and a happy new year. I was listening obviously while you were doing your introduction, and I was caught by the figures that the Minister of Environment was reeling out. And I was not surprised that he said equipment failure, 100 and this, natural, whatever, 100 and this, and then he goes sabotage, 4,000 and something. This is ridiculous. It is ridiculous because you have a government that, in collaboration with the oil companies, of which the federal government is a 60% shareholder of the benefits of the oil and gas that comes from the region. And then, of course, ownership, claiming ownership to the resources. Now, very clearly showing that it has no capacity of keeping, maintaining its equipment. Some of these so-called equipments are as old as the discovery of oil. For instance, the recent blow-up in Nembe, the Christmas tree. Now that Christmas tree that eventually exploded and lasted for close to 6 weeks is obviously as old as when they first put it in. And so without the collaboration or the input of the community, without the input of Bayelsa a state government where this spill occurred, they have decided that it is sabotage. I recall that I was myself, Nimo Basi, Maurice Alagwa, the king was with us in our boat when we went to visit the day after they have claimed that they have eventually capped the spill. And the oil company refused us access. At least it refused the boat that Nimo Basi and I and King Dakolo and the youth leader were in. So we were not able to see their claim that they have done what they have done. And then, to our hearing, the workers on the of the oil company were already saying categorically that this is sabotage. How on earth did they come to that conclusion that it is sabotage? You see, they decide what is sabotage, and the law says that if it is sabotage, you pay no compensation. So the oil companies are a country within a country. These oil companies are independent countries within a country. And it really does not matter whether it is a foreign oil company or clearly today an indigenous oil company.
The oil companies,
they all operate in a way and manner to totally disregard the lives of the people that own this land and the resources, and go ahead and do what they want to do in the economic interest of the federal government and the oil companies.
The oil companies are only one of the stakeholders. The NDDC is another. We're told that the forensic audit report is now with the president, and he's talking tough that he's going to bring to book everyone culpable. How optimistic are you given the trillions of naira that have gone down the drain since its inception?
Well, I mean, when we talk about the amount of money that has been generated since oil was supposedly found in commercial quantity at the time that it was claimed to have been found. Quite honestly, for me and my people in the Niger Delta region, who produce the wealth of this nation that this nation claims, it really doesn't matter the trillions or zillions of dollars that Nigeria government claims to have lost, because it's their loss. We are not in any way part of the beneficiaries of this money. So it is not what they have lost that is of concern to me and my people. What is of concern to me and my people is what we have lost. And what have we lost? We've basically lost our future. I grew up in the creeks of the Niger Delta, playing at the banks of the rivers and in the creeks and swamps and mangroves. And I tell you today that I do not recognize physically any of these places that I knew growing up as the back of my hand. Therefore, any claim that the government is making, whether it is through the former president's declaration and banging on the table and laying claim to what is in the Niger Delta, well, that can go on only for as long as it will go on. All of these things will come to an end one day. And so today, what we are interested in is the pain and the suffering and the anguish of our people, of past, of today, and of tomorrow. What we have suffered is incalculable, from Ogoni to Bayelsa to Rivers State to Kola to Soku to Delta State is just unbelievable. The Niger Delta region, as an oil-producing region, is definitely the most polluted place in the world when it comes to exploring for oil and gas. Saudi Arabia has oil. Venezuela has oil. So many other countries have oil. What is it that is about Nigeria? What is it that we have done in Nigeria to Nigerians and the oil company, to the Nigerian federal government and the oil companies, that make them think that they can destroy a whole people? Like one senator said years ago, that it doesn't matter if 20 million people die in the Niger Delta, as long as they are able to access the oil and gas. These are the things that we are talking about, and not what Nigeria may or may not have lost. What they claim to be losing is not there. It's a good place to live in, Ann-kio Briggs. Taken it by force.
We have to go now, even though stakeholders have largely protested the 3% oil revenue provision in the Petroleum Industry Act. The federal government is optimistic that this act is the game changer, so we have to look forward to it in the new year. Niger Delta activist Ann-kio Briggs, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.